A hit-and-run suspect is in custody after a standoff with officers this morning. Police say 27-year-old Donnie Pradith barricaded himself inside a shed near Northeast 40th Avenue. Crisis negotiators and the Special Emergency Reaction Team responded. The ordeal started just before 3 a.m. with a traffic stop. Police say the suspect took off, then crashed into a median and hit someone near the intersection of Northeast Cesar Chavez Boulevard and Broadway. The victim has non-life-threatening injuries. Officers arrested the suspect after using a diversionary device to set off a loud boom.
Each situation is different, and that's what makes these incidents so complicated. Is there's not a playbook to go by to say, if the person's doing this, then do this.
During the investigation, officers learned that car was stolen. They also found a firearm and 300 Xanax pills. The man is facing several charges, including unlawful use of a motor vehicle.